You, but whenever I come to networking events, what brings me to these is obviously networking, but another thing is the speakers. And when I looked at the 22 speakers that are here at this event this weekend, there were several that stood out to me that I've been communicating with on social media, and they actually respond back, which is kind of cool, right? You thinking these are like big top-notch people, and they reach out to me, and it's kind of cool. So one of the people that I'm looking to meet is Eric Klein. I really dig his story, and I really see the magnitude that he's creating, not only for his life and for his family, but also for many wholesalers, investors, and just the turnaround that he's created in his life. It can happen for anyone. It happened to me. Let's say I didn't grow up talking about money at the dinner table, so it's very exciting to be around people that enjoy talking about money. Clever Summit, day 3. He and I have been bumping into each other in the halls because I purposely bumped into him. Because I went up to him and I said, "Do you work out?" And every day he's been wearing a long shirt. Today he's wearing short sleeve. So I just saw him and I said, "Hey, let's hang out and talk for a couple of minutes." What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie, awesome. What is it that you do?
Real estate.
Real estate?
Yes, ma'am.
You invest?
Go figure, right?
Yeah,
right?
I
invest. I invest.
What is it you buy? What type of properties do you buy?
So right now I have my own single family portfolio, and then I met up with 2 guys, and now we have a multifamily. So we're trying to be multifamily syndicators.
Awesome. When you say you met up with a couple of 2 guys, are they here in South Florida?
They are.
Oh, what's their names?
We're all local. So you have Rudy Rodriguez, and you have Christopher Wilson.
Okay, awesome. What kind of multifamily or what size multifamily do you own?
So 100 doors or more. That's what we look for.
Okay, do you have anything now?
No, we're looking for it.
Okay, got it.
We just switched into the multifamily space about 7 months ago. So we got the education, we learned how to underwrite.
Okay.
We have mentors who are trying to push us to the line.
Awesome. Who's your mentor?
Hans.
Okay.
Hans is one of them. I don't know if you met him. He's here today.
Oh, I haven't.
No, yeah, he's here walking around somewhere. You can't miss him.
Cool.
I have to introduce you to him.
Does he help you with the underwriting?
Yes,
Got
he's
it.
an underwriting coach. He's the one that's basically taught us how to underwrite the multifamily, because that's the biggest part
Of course.
multifamily is underwriting, making sure you get the numbers right.
Absolutely. And so what would your role be with the syndication?
So with the syndication, I'm an underwriter, and I also do investor relations.
Okay, got it. So that means raise capital.
Yes.
Got it. Have you raised capital before?
Not yet, but it's tough. I know it is.
Well, listen, I mean, right now, people can leave their money in the bank for 5%. So you definitely want to offer them something more than 5%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when you're talking about syndication and you're offering them a 6.5 return or a pref of 6.5, and you get paid, every quarterly, yeah, it's a little challenging right now, but people are still investing. And I definitely encourage people to invest, even in where we are right now. It's got to find the right asset, right?
Right, and real estate is still a lucrative alternative asset, right? Because even though sectors are cyclical, the stock market is volatile, and real estate is not as volatile as it is the day-to-day up and down stuff. So real estate is a very good investment opportunity for people who want to put their money into a safer asset class.
Absolutely.
And that's the reason why we went into multifamily. Is because when we syndicate these deals, we offer you 15% IRR. We offer you 7% cash on cash. We offer you a 2x equity multiple. That's what we're looking for our deals.
Yeah, and which markets are you guys focused on right now?
So we're in Omaha, Nebraska. We are in Des Moines, Iowa, Kansas City, Missouri.
Love Kansas City.
Yes,
My
and
brother
also
lives there.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay,
Awesome. We've identified those as emerging markets.
Absolutely. Why are you in real estate?
Because it makes sense. They say
pretty basic, right?
Yeah, 90% of multimillionaires own real estate. So that's the only asset class that that's the only asset class that I've been able to identify where you put your money into something, you get cash flow, and then you also get appreciation off of the property when you go to sell it. So to me, it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. I started in syndications 2019.
Oh wow!
My first multifamily event was Jake and Gino.
Yes.
And then I learned that word syndication. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been selling commercial real estate since 2006. And general partner, limited partner. I sold the pie to so many of my clients, I could have looked at it in a different way. I'm a commercial real estate agent here in South Florida, so maybe I could be of help to you.
Absolutely.
For someone that's just starting in the field, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
I would say get your education. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've lost a lot of money starting out, just kind of jumping in. I bought my first property when I was 23, I'm 37 now. I bought my first property when I was 23. Ultimately, I got lucky with that. I just got lucky because of the appreciation over years. The property naturally appreciated and I was making money off of it. So for my second property, I just went and bought a property. I didn't know what I was buying. I didn't know anything about the market, the neighborhood, appreciation.
Is that like, what kind of money he called it earlier? FU money you just want to get rid of? What?
Yeah. So I would start with education. I know people are always trying to sell you something, but if you put the time in, the effort, and you really learn how to do this right, you're gonna save yourself so much more time and money in the long run.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for hanging out. Short sleeve shirt today.
I may go shirtless tomorrow, who knows?
Oh, well, no one's gonna be here tomorrow.
No. That's why I'm going shirtless.
I'm here today with
Amber Crosby, real estate investor, realtor.
Clever Summit, day 3. Amber and I have been hanging out all weekend. We met at an event back in June. We had a couple conversations, and next thing you know, we've been talking and connecting and trying to do deals together, whether it's commercial, residential, investments. We talk about it all. How long you been in real estate?
About 19 years.
19 years.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody who's experienced in real estate? What advice can you give to somebody who has experience?
Just keep at it. Do your one thing.
Do your one thing.
Focus on it.
Sounds like Ed Milet.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you do and why?
So I look for multifamily properties. I underwrite them. Learned over the last 2-3 years. Also as a realtor in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I have an Airbnb in Scottsdale, Arizona. 57 units in North Carolina. Those are affordable housing.
Okay.
They take care of themselves, and we have a waiting list, and we're trying to remodel one at a time, but my tenants just don't want to move out.
That's awesome. They don't want to move, so you cannot renovate. How about this one? What's one piece of information you've learned that helped you take your business to the next level?
A CRM is really critical.
Go high level right there.
Yep, unload your phone. A lot of people have 2,000-3,000 in their phone, but it's not in their CRM. So go through your phone.
I'm probably one of them.
Consolidate everything into your CRM and make sure you touch each one of those key people.
So you actually gave me a really good homework to do, which is start with the letter A in your phone and go all the way to Z and contact 10, 15 people. Go through each letter. Go through maybe A to E, and then the next. So that was actually a really good advice.
One letter at a time. One day at a time.
One day at a time, one letter at a time. There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Connect.
Well, we are gonna go have lunch.
Thanks, Kristine. Thank you.
I'm here today with the owner of Go High Level. What's your name?
Robin Alex.
Robin Alex. Oh my gosh. So Go High Level. Here's my question. I'm in commercial real estate here in South Florida. Most of the people that I work with, they range in, let's call it 5 million to 100 million. Why would they want to hear from me on Go High Level? I'm Urbanize Properties. I'm a boutique firm. We are a 2-person team, but we have a massive reach. Most of the things we do is off market. So why would a $50 million office building owner want to hear from me?
Well, you got a lot of business owners and things like that is in your database. So you need to be able to put that all into one place and then start texting them when you do have the new opportunities, when you do have, things that you want to sell them and offer them. Our system can handle that. And then, just as you're building the relationship with them, you're in the business of relationships, not selling transactions, right? So you need to keep data points on all your customers. When's their birthday? When's their kid's birthday? Just having that all in one place can do wonders for your business.
How am I going to know what the owner of 123 Main Street office building's kid's birthday is?
Talking to them.
Talk to them?
Yeah, talk to them.
So one of the things that, obviously, look, in anything, everyone's got competition, right? So competition is Marcus and Millichap, JLL, NAI, Newmark. These are like top tier real estate agents. A lot of times I do prospect owners that are off market that own a $20 million building, and they look at me and I'm like boutique, but I have people that will buy it.
Yeah.
So how do I get them to say, hey, I need to pay attention to her?
Yeah, I mean, people don't do business with brands, people do businesses with people, right?
It's true.
So
It's true.
the relationship is what is the key to that. And
Yes.
you know, just paying attention when you have those relationship moments. I think you can always buy leads or buy listings of properties and try to call the owner, but they're getting hit up by many different people out there. And really, it's just, do you have the relationship with them? Can you really resonate with them and be the right person at the right time?
Absolutely. And that's obviously, look, I'm grabbing you out of nowhere and I'm like, hey, come talk with me for a couple minutes. My business partner wanted to ask, who are the commercial brokers that use your system and they had amazing results reaching their audience?
I don't know any specific names. I mean, we've grown to such a size that we have about 80,000 direct businesses that work with us, about 3 million users around the world. We've been doing it for about 6 years now, and we've just seen success over and over again with businesses working through this. I can give you names off camera, but
confidentiality.
Yeah, we don't want to mess up people's systems, but I'm sure there's a lot of people here in the crowd as well that use it.
I know there's definitely people that are like wholesalers and more residential or more investors when it comes to commercial, which is my niche.
Well, the fun thing about commercial in the real estate world is it's very walled off. It's very secretive. No one wants to tell anyone anything about how that world works.
Because most of everything I do is off market. So it's funny you say that.
It's all secretive, right? Everyone wants to know your system. You don't want to tell them your system, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that share that, though.
100%.
And, like, you're one of them.
Yeah. I mean, we have the tools. We have all the systems and stuff for you to leverage what you're doing today and automate it. And that's just what we do. We just try to help you grow.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Day 3 is already electrifying. Did you see Alex right now speak on stage?
I did. Yes.
Oh my gosh. The guy must never go to sleep. He has so much energy. I'm here with
Adrian Llamas, the deal fiend. What's up, everyone?
what do you do and why?
What do I do and why? So I'm like I said yesterday, I train and oversee our acquisition and disposition agents at the wholesale operation. As you know, I work with Celta Bobby Housing Investments Group. Right now, I'm the director of sales. So what I mostly do is train on sales, how to close, whether that be investors that are looking to buy properties from us, or sellers that are looking to sell to us. I train the team on how to close the sellers and how to get the contracts. Basically.
Got it.
Why I do it? Because I'm a deal fiend. I love sales.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a jacket, so people don't see my tracks, because that's how much real estate is a drug for me. For someone just starting out in the field, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
Okay, so I actually did some content on this recently as well. I love this question. If you're just starting off, I believe you should work with a company that's already established, somebody that has bruised up knees, has some scratches on their elbows, meaning that you can learn from their mistakes. You can fast track your success in order to avoid a lot of the pitfalls and mistakes.
Shave time off.
That the company has, right?
Yep.
So my suggestion is you're just starting off, start working with a company. It doesn't have to be very huge. Somebody that's been in the business at least a few years, has a good track record. Learn from them, even if you don't get paid anything at all up front. And you will eventually start getting the ball rolling.
Yep.
It'll lead to more opportunities.
Yep.
So apart from working with an established company, I would say come to events like this, mingle with everybody, shake a lot of hands like you are, get everybody on camera, connect with people.
Absolutely.
Connections will lead to more business.
Absolutely. Would you also agree that there's only so many seller objections out there that you really need to learn?
Yes. So we train on, there's basically 8 to 10 to give you an idea when it comes to residential acquisitions in our company. About 8 to 10, there's going to be variations of each one, but there's usually not many more objections, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
Apart from those 8 or 9.
Yep.
Yes.
I learned the Mike Ferry system, and instead of saying house, I just replaced the word property. And so that foundation has really helped me know how to go direct to seller. So in whether it's commercial real estate, which is I do, or residential, direct to seller is the best way to do deals, right?
Exactly.
That's kind of what you guys are doing.
Exactly.
Awesome. Day 3, Adrian, Kristine.
Thank you, Kristine. I appreciate it.
Day 3, Clever Investor. What happens on day 3? Like, the audience is shrunk. There's hardly anybody people here, but guess what? We are. I'm here with
Omar Lopez.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta say,
I dig this guy.
I gotta say, I love her laugh. I have never told you this, but I just love the way you laugh. It's so cute. It's so authentic.
It makes you want to smile.
It's like
awesome. So here we go. What do you do and why?
So, I'm a real estate investor, wholesaler. I have a wholesaling operation right here in Hollandale. I think I could see my office from here. I have a team of about 7 people. So we'll do wholesaling, novations, fix and flips, a little bit of creative finance whenever it's appropriate. And why do I do it? I do it because I have a family back in California. My mom, my dad, my sister, they've always been my why. You know, I'm the one in my family, I'm the one in between my generation that is breaking the cycle. I don't have any other cousin, any other uncles, aunts. I have nobody else that I can think of. I'm trying to think harder. Nope, I don't have anybody else. I know them. I was visiting them back in Texas because my grandma passed away.
Right.
That's my dad's side of the family, but my mom's side of the family, there's nobody that's as an entrepreneur like I am. You know, everybody just has their lives, if you will, right?
Yep.
So I'm the one that is going to create that legacy, that generational wealth, the one like Ed Milet says, right?
Yep.
The one that is breaking that family tree so that everybody can get inspired by me.
Yep.
And ultimately, you know, be able to become maybe entrepreneurs themselves and just really create that legacy. I'm the one, so that's why I do it.
Yep. And it's exciting
It is exciting.
because you get to provide and they love you for it.
Yeah.
And you love doing it.
The things that I've been able to do for my family, to them, seems like a lot to this point. I've been able to buy my mom a house, been able to provide housing for my sister. You know, I've been able to move to Miami from California, you know, across the coast. So we have investment properties, and I've been able to provide my family certain experiences, security, and we're just getting started, right? I've only been doing this for 6 years, so to my parents, it seems like a lot. Like, man,
Right.
like look at everything that you've been able to do for us. Right, but for me, it's like, man, like it's still not enough. Like we're just getting started.
That's funny. That's exactly my business partner is like, you know, you've done this, you've done this, you've done this, and you've done this. And I'm like, it's great. She goes, be proud, take those moments in. And I'm like, I do. And then I go, I'm ready for more.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this. Being in the real estate field, what's one piece of information you've learned that helped you take your business to the next level?
Sales.
Yep.
Sales. Yeah, so if you don't know how to sell, you got to start learning how, because I thought I knew how to sell, and I relatively did, but I've learned how to sell a lot more over the last year. And sales is psychology. Also, sales is being able to have influence on people, right? And so if you're trying to influence anybody in business, you know, it's pivotal. So learning how to sell also reduces your marketing costs because you know how to monetize and capitalize that lead with less effort. So it's a psychological game, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to sell, that's one of the main things that I've learned.
I think the whole world is built on somebody trying to sell somebody something.
Exactly. I mean,
At all times.
when you know how to sell, you're also able to have better conversations with people. You know, you got to have Socratic questioning. You know, I want to understand the reasoning. Why are you asking me that question? Right? You want to get into your person's mind to really figure out
Absolutely.
what do they mean and
Right?
have deeper, intimate conversations.
Motivation, understand. Absolutely.
Yeah, not surface level
Absolutely.
conversations.
Awesome, Omar. Day 3, let's go.
Day 3, let's get it.
I'm hanging out today with,
Tristan Trenberg,
and where do you live?
Arizona,
Arizona. How long you been investing in real estate?
since 2019.
There you go. That's when I actually heard the word syndication. That's awesome. Are you sub 2, creative financing, residential?
Bit of each.
A bit of each. There we go.
I read Rich Dad Poor Dad in 2019. It was on my shelf for a year. I read the book and then I started looking into real estate as a very basic commodity, and then started looking into how we might deal with a market that's changing. I learned about wholesaling and fix and flipping. I hadn't taken any projects on at that point. But I did start with a tax lien campaign, going after people that were foreclosable in Arizona, where the 3-year redemption period is ending, and got a deal from there, partnered up with somebody that I met through the real estate training, and we split $37,500 on the first deal, which was a land deal.
$37,500 in your first deal.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you're like, okay, I'm jumping on this train.
Absolutely.
So what would you say is like the number one thing that's happened in your business recently that's brought you to the next level?
Deciding to get onto stages and launch this project.
And when you say get on the stages, are you like taking like any speaking coaching, or are you like hiring somebody to kind of help you? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you get fear when you go on stage, or
I don't really get fear.
Got it.
I did a public speaking program in 2018. I did a TED-style talk.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
And it was in front
High
of 500
five.
people. And that was that was an intense situation.
I'm sure.
There was 10 of us that went through the program. It's called DevX, and there were 10 of us on that run. I think that stood on stage, did a 7 to 8 minute talk, and I was speaking about the importance of Americans getting out of their own country at an early age, so they can see the world from a different perspective and outside their borders, and they come back and see their own world differently because of the cultural immersion.
Wow, that's a
contrast.
What a great topic. I just saw a photo today. Somebody posted on Facebook. And it was like, wow, that was such a great photo. It looked like, and please don't take this, I'm even sure, some other country, maybe they were from Africa. Again, I don't know. It was a little kid, little white little baby, and it was just exactly like that. Going to travel so you can come back and appreciate and understand, and being open to other cultures.
Yeah.
Especially being in Miami, my gosh, there's so many cultures. It's a melting pot here.
And when you go to a country where you don't speak the language, it removes all the ego, because then you're at the mercy of the kindness and the humanity of other people that you're working with to help you in that country. And then you associate when you come back with people that may have less ability than you, maybe don't speak the same language. And I think it was Mark Twain that said about travel will solve racism, because it takes away that ego, the being better than, and it really levels people out to the true connection authentically through humanity and helping one another.
That is so great. He's like the first message we've heard something like that. It's very refreshing. In real estate, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting?
Be clear on what your innate skill is, and then speak with somebody that has a broad experience of real estate and see where your puzzle piece goes into that jigsaw. Don't try and bang the square peg into the round hole and do wholesaling or do flipping when it may not just be anything that you want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Learn a lot about it. Take action, but take action in the place that aligns with you. Don't try and force something out to do something that may just not be something you're interested or capable of doing.
Jumping into something else, I know we're about to end. Have you ever spoken to a seller that was just absolutely rude?
Never.
Never?
Of course
yeah, right.
have.
I was about to say, wait, you're that guy? You're the only guy. And how do you handle it? Like, what did you, how did it go?
I mean, every phone call that you pick up with a seller, I want them to speak first. I want to listen to their tone, their cadence, get the feel for who they are, whether they're suspicious of the call, whether they're angry, and if somebody was pissed off, get angry with them, not against them.
Absolutely, mirror and match.
Mirror and match, yeah. Don't go in resistance to try and overcome it. Lean into their corner and be with them in that moment. Share the passion with it. It might be a political affiliation. It's not that you have to commit yourself to a party that you don't believe in, but you can lean into agreement with somebody to a perspective that allows you to connect more deeply. That's where I would really lean into that.
So whenever you call them, you're the first one that says hello, right?
I try and let them say hello first.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
It depends.
Right there.
There's an awkward silence sometimes. I very rarely say hello, because I want to hear what the other person's saying to me so that I can mirror and match them on the other end.
Well, I mean, it's common. It's like you're calling them. Of course they're going to say hello first.
Never say yes, because if it's something recording you and they're trying to trap you into recording you saying yes to something, they can then put a recording together that has you in agreement with something or agreeing to something. You want to definitely avoid that.
That might be a sticky note near my monitor. Never say yes when you're prospecting.
Right.
Or how about yes, I'll call you back?
I can call you back when would be a good time.
Excellent.
And never say that. Never say when's a good time. Give them two options.
Right.
Make them choose one of two things. If that doesn't work, then give them two more options.
Yeah, and then here's another one, and I'll end with this. I mean, you give them, so which one works for you, 2 or 4? Well, I don't know. And then I would say, and if you did know, well, 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's great to meet you in person finally.
I know, right?
Yeah, just tell me what you want me to do.
Cool. I want you to go like this.
Yeah, like yoga?
Alec.
Yeah.
So, what is it that you do and why?
I mean, I do everything real estate, I guess. You know, wholesales. I've been wholesaling more lately than I want to. But wholesales, flips, I own properties, creative financing.
And where do you own your assets?
Tampa.
Tampa?
Yeah.
And how's that going?
It's good. It's good. I have an Airbnb there. I'm doing a flip there right now, so it's a little bit cheaper than South Florida.
Right.
Just a lot of frame houses, which kind of sucks, but you know.
And of course, if he comes across anything commercial, who are you going to call first?
Yeah, absolutely you. No question.
You have my number, of course.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, someone starting out in real estate, what would be some advice that we would give them?
Just like the typical advice everybody's saying at this event and stuff, you know, just like you just gotta get through the initial hurdles. You know, the initial hurdles are the toughest. But even like seasoned investors like us, like you still go through those same hurdles.
Absolutely.
You know, like me, like I just restructured my business and stuff, and like I've been having to do a lot of like the stuff that I was doing when I first got started, you know, to go retrace my steps to get back to where I want to be. So, you know, you just got to get through it. It's part of the game. You know, don't compare yourself. You know, you'll get to where you want to go.
Well, you did hit the pause button for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, what a blessing that you were able to do that, because a lot of people can hit the pause button. They need to keep having the income coming in, but that's glad that you were able to do that.
Yeah.
And you've been growing your social media?
Yeah, so that's really where I want to go, is like, you know, I'm like doing real estate. Like I was doing another business and I paused my real estate, went to another business, and I'm like, all right, I was making more money in real estate. So I went back to real estate because I know how to make money in real estate, you know? And it's like, once you're in real estate, you know how to make money in real estate, it's hard to leave that. And then, you know, because you're like, okay, this is proven, you know?
What's a tip that you would give somebody on social media? I mean, obviously getting in front of the camera, you see the red light and you're like, OMG, I don't know if that's for you, but you do a really good job at just talking.
Yeah, I mean...
And you've made long form content on YouTube that I've seen.
I love the long form content because I think it's more authentic, where I can get into topics more in detail, where the short form content is like hook, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And it's just like, sometimes it feels unauthentic, but in my opinion, the real move with content isn't the over edited content that everybody's been doing. Where I think in 2022 to 2024, there was like a big trend in this over edited content.
Emojis, colors,
yeah,
things.
and just like nonstop things going on. And I think like it was working for a little bit, but now it's not working. And the best content, in my opinion, and people that I enjoy watching the most is storytellers. Like I love people that tell stories, not even like real estate related, just in general, but like people that are just talking on camera that's like authentic, organic, relatable content. And that's really my favorite. And like if somebody was getting started, just do that, you know, but obviously still do good hooks and stuff. Like the hooks are important, captions, you know, but basic stuff, not like over edited things.
Is there somebody that you follow that has inspired you to kind of learn from? And
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. Like, I mean, if we're staying in like the real estate sector, not as much, but like other people, like a lot of like people on like TikTok and like Instagram and YouTube that just like tell stories. And
somebody you follow?
Like Ray William Johnson, I like a lot. Like there's this guy XV that I like a lot. And all they're doing is they're just telling stories in front of like a green screen sometimes. And it's like unedited content. It's just them telling a story, but it's so engaging. So if you can, there's a guy named Dougie Serrato that I really like. So like if you could just tell stories in front of a camera that relates to your business or other things that you're passionate about, and you can just do that and make it interesting, then I think that's like the best content.
And of course, always including captions.
Yeah, captions are great, but there's auto-generator captions now. Like you could just upload the video to CapCut and just do auto-generated captions, and even if there's typos, like who cares? Like I post videos all the time with typos because like I don't even care anymore. Like I actually want typos sometimes, you know, because like then it makes it seem like less edited.
And then someone's going to reach out and say, hey, you misspelled that word, and then next thing you know, you've got a connection. Actually, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, and then you get comments with people making fun of you for doing typos, but it's like I don't even care because like it's me just putting up relatable content, you know. So like I don't even care anymore. Like
I remember the first time I met you and we met in person. One of the things that kind of like, I'm like, I don't even know this guy. I mean, you know, he's probably going, who the heck is this girl? But I always felt like your energy to be like, hey, take me or leave me. And that is like so true blue. And especially being, well, I can't say especially being in South Florida, but being in South Florida, I mean, come on. There's a lot of, you know, fakes.
Oh yeah, South Florida is full of the fakes, you know. It's so bad, and it's so funny when you like find out about people that you thought were like legit, and then you slowly find out that they're fake, and it's like, wow, like, you know, true colors. But it's so true, and that's why like if you can do content, like back to the content that's like relatable. Like I talk about, like I've made videos about deals I've lost money on, I've been taken advantage of, I've lost money on deals, I've flipped houses where I lost a ton of money, I've you know, done wholesale deals where like I didn't do good, I lost money. So like I talk about all of that, and I think that's relatable. And if you could build an audience around that, then it looks better. You know, it feels more like authentic. Like it feels like easier to make content when it's something that you're passionate about, and it's something that like it doesn't feel like it's like forced. Yeah.
I'm so glad that I got to catch up with him because this is day 3 and he only came for
Day three. Yeah.
Day 3, Clever Investor. I'm here with.
Let's go, Justin Colby here.
What is it you do and why?
I buy real estate so I don't have to pay taxes, so I can make a whole lot more money and not have to pay the IRS that.
Oh my gosh. That's it, we're done. Uncle Sam, he's for everyone, but not for everyone, right? So being in the real estate field, what's one piece of information you've learned that helped you take your business to the next level?
Not really joking, but that piece, being able to have income come in from the real estate, but then have the tax write-off, so I can go make a whole lot of money and not have to worry about paying taxes because I keep buying the real estate. So that one piece changed it because I make money along the way, I make money on a bigger exit, and I'm not paying the IRS, so I'm keeping more of the money I make. Keep more of the money you make, people, I promise, way better.
That's awesome. Is it just single family or do you also invest in commercial real estate?
Apartments.
Apartments?
Heavy into apartments and storage facilities.
Oh my gosh, how long have you been investing in apartments? You haven't told me now.
As of last year.
Oh, okay, so I gotta help you find your next deal.
Yes,
because
and I'll buy it.
Urbanize Properties, and that's what we do. We help people buy properties off market. Where's your self-storage?
Out in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay, awesome. Like, what's your minimum size that you buy?
50,000 square feet or larger.
Got it. And when you look at self-storage, by the way, people can look at it and say 200 units, ooh, that's a magnet. It's based on square footage for sure.
Always.
Right?
Yep.
And do you prefer self-storage locations that are climate control, mixture, could be both?
I haven't been able to buy a climate control yet.
Okay.
But obviously it's all about the ROI.
Got it. And do you target mostly mom and pop shops, or you do that, or somebody else does it
I
for you?
have a team that does it.
You have a team that does it. You don't touch those phones
I have an
anymore,
actual
huh?
business that runs without me.
Got it. In multifamily, tell me a little bit about that.
I like being able to, I mean, it's all about the cost setting. So I like stuff that I have to go
yeah.
in and do a whole bunch of work to. I bought 4 apartments so far this year. I think I want another 2 that were under contract. I bought a 584 door in Houston last year.
Oh my gosh. Class C?
Houston's Class A.
Oh, okay.
The other 4 are Class C.
Got it. And you do it as a syndication?
Yes, but in a different way. So what I try to do, because I have a community, I bring them in as GP partners.
Got it. Awesome. Anybody I should know?
In terms of?
GP community?
No. They're all my coaching community that I bring them in, giving them an opportunity to live what I live.
Oh, okay.
I say, if I can do it, I want you to do it too, because then we'll all do it larger and more together.
Absolutely. So they come in as limited partners. Gotcha. Do you do everything 506C?
No, they own the asset. They own the
But
entity.
as a syndication, 506C or 506B?
For C, for the bigger units.
Got it.
The other ones are small, so we just come in as LPs that cut a check for equity.
What's the smallest amount of multifamily you'll buy?
I mean, I wouldn't want less than like 10 doors, I guess.
Anything in South Florida?
I don't have anything, but I would. I just don't know South Florida that well.
Perfect. That's where I'm going to come in. Thanks for hanging out. Kristine?
Justin, later.
Clever Summit. I mean, I've been watching Cody for years, obviously online, 2020, Zoom calls. That was how you got your information. Going to these events was definitely not possible back then. And here I am in 2024, attending this event, seeing 22 speakers this weekend. It's been phenomenal. The main reason why I wanted to come to Clever Summit is always about the networking, but the main thing was Eric Klein, and I'm so glad that I got to see him yesterday. He was just walking in the hall, and I'm like, oh, Eric. And he's like, oh, don't do that, because I was like, oh, I'm not worthy, but he was playing it off. And I'm so glad that I connected with him, because he's a beast at sales. There's so many people that I've connected with this weekend, both as entrepreneurs, real estate investors, people just beginning in real estate, people that buy multifamily, self-storage, they have land to develop. And as Urbanize Properties getting out there, that's what I'm here to do, get my name out there, pass out cards, make sure I share content with you guys that want to take a look at me and learn about what's happening in real estate and what's happening with people that start in real estate and then obviously level up in real estate. What else can I say as I close out this amazing event? First and foremost, always thank you to God, because without him, I would not be here. My business partner, Janet, she was taking care of the business while I was here, so I definitely want to say thank you, Janet, for holding down the business while I'm here. To my film crew, raise it up, raise it up. Let's go ahead, give a knuckle. So when you're looking for real estate, commercial real estate in South Florida, Urbanize Properties, Kristine Flook, we're here to create opportunities and exceed expectations.